What's going on, guys? My name is Dawson Redden, and I am a proud Gryffindor.
And I am Sky Redden, and I am a proud Hufflepuff.
And together, we are the Fantastic Reddens and where to find them. Today, we have a super magical video for all of you. Are you excited for today's video?
Yay!
So today, what we are going to be doing, if you haven't been able to tell by the title, is we're going to be making some homemade Butterbeer.
I'd like to leave.
What? You can't be serious.
Now, this is a recipe that I got online, and this recipe I will link down below, but it came from topsecretrecipes.com, and like I said, I will link all this down below. But in front of me is kind of everything that you're going to have to do this recipe, and it's a bit of a two-part recipe where we're going to have to wait for an hour and then come back and do something else. But you guys won't have to wait because you have the power of the time turner. YouTube, really, or it's going to skip to that part for you and you don't have to wait around for it. So, we're going to go over all the things that you are going to need to make this recipe. So, starting from this side, you're going to need a powdered sugar of some kind. We just have some great value powdered sugar. You're going to, of course, need a cup. We have a Butterbeer cup that we got at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. You're also going to need some measurements so that you can get all the proper measurements. I also have a cup back here behind this. You're going to need a bowl. I don't know if it needs to be, this big, but you're going to need some type of bowl to do a bunch of mixing in. This recipe also calls for some Dream Whip, calls for some marshmallow cream, some butter extract. You're also going to need some caramel syrup, some vanilla extract, and a little bit of salt. Other thing you're going to need is some type of way of blending all this together. So we have this blender here that we're going to be using, and we're going to get started. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Alright, so I've got the recipe here with all the ingredients and everything we need to do. It says in the instructions that the first thing we need to do is combine marshmallow cream with water in a medium bowl. So we have our marshmallow cream and then we have our bowl here. So we're going to get this popped open here. Set this to the side. And Skyland, if you would, get us a spoon out of the drawer right below me there. So it looks like, oh, I'm getting it all over my phone too. I did it again. I'm making a big old mess. Alright. So we need 1 cup of marshmallow cream. So we're going to spoon this out into here. How much is this actually? Can you tell us how much it is? No, we're just going to go with it. Alright, so. Now, just so you guys know, I am not the cook of the family. My wife does all the cooking and stuff. So this is
gonna be a little bit messy.
It'll be messy, and who knows how it's gonna turn out.
Who knows what it's gonna taste like.
You know what we should have done? We should have just done this whole little cup here because I think that's gonna work out just fine. So we're just gonna transfer all this over into here. This was kind of pointless to put in here. And I'm gonna tell you what, this stuff is sticky. We're probably gonna need another spoon, Skyland, so that we can get all the stuff off of this spoon. Like try to work it off with each other. So if you want to grab another spoon out from underneath me.
Oh dear.
Holy cow. Alright, we're gonna set that to the side. And I'm gonna try to get the rest of this out of this jar. Now Skyland did not have Butterbeer there, so this will be her first time trying it. But I'll be able to kind of give you a comparison of whether or not this is pretty similar to what you can find at the Wizarding World or not.
Okay, here's your other spoon.
So I'm gonna get that off of there.
Oh, okay, that worked.
See? So, yeah.
You could have used a plastic spoon.
Now, the fun part about doing stuff like this is being able to, taste it. So here you go, here's your spoon.
Okay.
I'm gonna try this.
It tastes like marshmallows.
Just kind of marshmallowy, huh?
Yeah.
We know what we use this for at Christmas time? When we make fudge.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we'll set that to the side. Now, as far as water goes, you're going to want, it looks like this and a third. So 1 cup and 1/3 of water. So I'm gonna get some water out of the sink.
It's gonna be marshmallow water.
Well, that's fine because that's what we're going for anyways, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
there's 1 cup and then really a third. That's not very much, but we're going to do exactly what it says, right? All right, so there we go. So now we're going to put this in the microwave. We'll let that go for 30 seconds. Now while that is going, let's look and see what we're going to need to do next. All right, it says stir until the marshmallow cream dissolves, then cool uncovered in the refrigerator for 1 hour. So that's pretty much all we can do for an hour. We combined it, we stir the marshmallow cream until it dissolves, and then cool uncovered in the refrigerator. All right, so once this gets done here,
And so are you done?
we're gonna pull this out.
Oh, it looked like it got bigger.
Now this very well could be a flop and not work out, but we're gonna give it a go. It says stir it until it's dissolved, so maybe just a little bit longer would help. Because it's starting to melt, but it needs a little bit more, huh?
Probably like 12 seconds or something, like something short, but not that short.
Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it back in there just for
Like
a little bit more.
Like 12.
Now, in case you don't know what we are doing, Butterbeer is a combination of 2 different things. The drink portion down below and the big frothy white top that goes on top. So what we're doing now is making that frothy top, which is probably the hardest part of doing this drink.
Okay, that helps. Probably do like 60 seconds.
Yeah, so I would say if you're doing this recipe, it calls for 30 seconds. I would do it, if this turns out, I would say do it for about a minute. Alright, so I've got it completely stirred down and it is frothy. There is no marshmallow, like chunky cream left. It is liquefied, kind of bubbly. It
smells good.
smells really good, smells like marshmallows. So now we have to let this set in the fridge, uncovered for 1 hour. So we will check back with you guys in 1 hour, but you're not gonna have to wait like we are. So we'll see you in just a second. All right, guys, so it's been an hour. So now we can go ahead and get our stuff out of the fridge that we put in here. It is pretty frothy, as you can see. Now, according to the instructions, the next thing that we need to do is add the Dream Whip to the bowl and mix with an immersion blender for 30 seconds. If you do not have a hand blender and you only have an electric mixer, you're going to do it for 15 seconds. We only need 1 envelope and we don't need the other one, so we can set that other one to the side. Alright, so we're going to take this and add it to the bowl.
Can I pour it?
Yeah, absolutely. So dump that in there.
Okay.
And throw that in the trash. Mix this for 15 seconds. And then we're going to turn this on and hit start. Alright, so that should be it. "15 seconds. Alright, now, according to the instructions, we are going to add powdered sugar and salt. So, the powdered sugar, we are going to do 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar.
Okay. You should use a knife. Get a knife.
Here you go.
Wait,
You
you
need a knife? You don't need a knife. Here.
Yeah, but you want to make sure it's not
There's 1 tablespoon. Put that in. Alright, now we're going to get 1 more.
It looks kind of like an egg. An egg yolk.
Here's the next one. Put that in there. Alright, awesome. So we can set that to the side. And now we need 1/8 of salt. Alright. Now we're going to stir again for, it says 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And start. Concerned that this is too watery.
A little bit water.
Alright, so now it says add the butter and vanilla and caramel flavorings and mix until combined. Store in your refrigerator until needed. Alright, so we are going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of caramel extract or flavoring.
These guys.
Alright, so let's do it.
We need these guys.
So for this, we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon. Where's the butter?
Butter right here.
Oh, the butter? Ooh, like you can smell the butter. Boom. And then it says 1/4 of a teaspoon after that. So that was a 1/2
Teaspoon?
teaspoon. Now we're going to do 1/4.
1/4.
So that's all the butter.
And we
Right after the butter, we're going to add the vanilla.
the vanilla. The vanilla.
The vanilla, we are doing a 1/2 teaspoon. So,
Oh, it's like brownish.
alright, and then the last thing we need to do is caramel.
Caramel.
And the caramel is a
I
1/4.
don't think this is open. Oh, that smells good. It's all in my finger.
It all smells good. Just worried that this is super liquidy. Alright, so now we're supposed to stir this until it's combined. Doesn't say how long.
A baby spoon. Does it taste good?
Alright, so kind of frothy. I kind of want to stir it just for a little bit longer. Maybe that'll make it a little bit more frothy.
Yeah.
One thing that we didn't mention that we needed, Skyland, was what? The drink
AW.
portion. So we need our A&W cream soda. So if you will grab that from the fridge. Alright, so once you have this part complete, you can put this in the refrigerator and leave it there until you are ready to serve this, and it's going to stay like this. I ended up mixing this for more like 2 minutes. It really frothed up and started to look creamy, kind of like it does at the Wizarding World. It was a little watered down with going off of just the 15 seconds and then the 30 seconds that this recipe calls for. So I went probably for like 2.5 minutes, and it really got frothy, and I think it looks good the way it is now. Okay, it says when you're ready to serve the drinks, you're going to pour a can of your cream soda into a mug, and be sure to leave a 1/2 inch of room on top. That's going to be for our creamy top. It says use the blender to mix the foam for 5 seconds or until large bubbles start to form on top. This is if you've had it set in the refrigerator for quite a while, and now you're ready to serve it. And you're going to do 3 to 4 tablespoons on top of each of the drinks. So we're just going to do this thing. So I've got our handy dandy Butterbeer mug that we got at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and we're going to take our A&W cream soda. We've had this in the refrigerator getting cooled down. It smells pretty good. Okay, so we're going to pour this in first. They go with this amber look because it kind of looks like beer, but it's not beer. We're going to pour this all the way
It looks already. It will even
to
look
here. Kind of already looks like a Butterbeer, and we haven't even done anything yet, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so now that we've got that, I'm gonna let that settle for just a second, and then I'm gonna take this 1/3 cup that I have here, and we're gonna use this to kind of set it on top.
Why'd you put your finger in it?
Alright, so I'm gonna take a scoop of our Butterbeer topping,
Oh, it's like liquidy.
and we are going to pour that on top.
made it drip over.
All right, we'll set that to the side, and now we have a butter beer, homemade. Looks pretty fancy if you ask me. Okay, so we've done it. We've made our homemade butter beer, and it kind of looks almost identical to the butter beer at the Wizarding World. Whether or not it tastes the same is what we need to know. I may have put too much froth on top, but it's gonna be all right. So I'm gonna taste it first, and then I guess I'll let Skylar taste it next. So here we go. And by the way, when you drink something like this, you are gonna get a butterbeer mustache. That is welcomed, and you're supposed to do it. So.
You're looking at like crazy.
You have a mustache?
Yeah. You know, you're just licking it off.
Alright. I got a lot of cream. Next time, I'm not going to put as much cream. Try again.
You're liking it, aren't you? No. You're making a mess.
Alright. That is pretty, I'm not going to lie. That is pretty close to what you get at the Wizarding World. I wouldn't say it's exact, but that is pretty close. If you can't make it out to the Wizarding World, this is definitely something that I think tastes pretty similar. Skylar, you've never had butterbeer before. It's super sweet. It's delicious. Honestly, you can't have more than maybe 1 cup of this, or it'll make you sick because it's so sweet. Get you a taste, Skylar. Stand over here. Stand up. Alright, don't get it everywhere. Don't make a mess. But get you a big old sip of that.
No, no.
That's where the mustache comes from. Did you get the liquid that time? Alright. That's your first butterbeer, and we made that. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good? Does it taste magical? Does it taste like something that you'd get if you went to the Wizarding World, or if you visited Hogsmeade?
I guess.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Take another sip.
Why?
Don't spill it.
I knew it.
What do you think?
It's good.
So there you have it, guys. A homemade butter beer that you can do right in your house in pretty much an hour's time, a little over an hour. And I think it turned out really, really well. It tastes pretty similar to what you can get at the Wizarding World. I don't know if it gets, honestly, any better than this. The guy who designed this recipe, he spent a lot of time designing it and coming up with it to get it as close to accurate as possible to what they sell at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal. You can read all about what he did and what he went through on the website. Like I said, I'm going to put a link down in the description so you can check that out. Skyland, your first time trying butterbeer, did you like it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
So next time we go to the Wizarding World, are you going to get some butterbeer there?
I think so.
Absolutely. Last time we went, Skyland was terrified of getting butterbeer because she thought that there was real beer in it. Kids, if you're watching this video, there is no beer in butterbeer. It is literally just what you saw we put in it today. It's delicious, it's sweet, it's magical, and we had a fun time making it, and yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Are you gonna finish drinking this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna end the video here. Scott's gonna finish her butterbeer that we just made. We appreciate you guys coming and checking out this video. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye. If you enjoyed today's content, you can click right here to check out another video.
Or you can subscribe right here.
Scott, we can't see you down there.
Well, I can't get up.
Hold on, I can fix that. Wingardium Leviosa. That's better.
Or you can subscribe right here.